Hello everyone, we hope you're having a great week.
And before we get into our book reviews, I want to talk about our Community Readers Project. We've had some amazing readers last night. The third one in our series was Jeff Dunlop, the chair of our library board, and he read a funny book called That's Not a Hippopotamus. And if you're looking for a laugh, watch that video. You can also join us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube every Monday. And just as a sneak preview of next week's, it will be Steve Anderson, Deputy Mayor, reading this book, which is a lovely book, I Am Enough.
That's great. So for my book review this week, we are approaching my favorite time of year, which is spooky season. And while the book I'm about to tell you about isn't particularly gruesome or horrific, it definitely made the hair stand up on the back of my neck a couple of times. So I would like to talk to you guys this week about The Project by Courtney Summers. And for those of you who will remember, she is the author of the book Sadie, which I tell everyone to read. Knocked it out of the park again. So I will also mention this is an advanced reading copy I had the opportunity to review, so it won't actually be out till next year, but again, I love her, so worth talking about. So in The Project, it centers around two sisters, Bee and Lo, who have experienced their fair share of tragedy, starting with a car accident which takes both their parents from them and leaves Lo clinging to life. So Bee's prayers are answered in the form of Lev Warren, an alleged prophet, who seemingly brings Lo back to life. Now, in exchange for this, Bee has to then move into the Unity Project's realm, which effectively means she's cut off from the rest of her family, Lo included. So Lo doesn't like this and she wants her sister back. So she keeps going to the Unity Project, trying to make contact with her sister, but every time she's denied. So at the same time, she's decided to write an expose about the Unity Project, and she keeps meeting defectors, one of whom she speaks very briefly to at a train station again, right before he jumps in front of a train. So in this expose, she decides she's going to move into the Unity Project because they say there's nothing they're hiding. It's totally fine. Come join us. She does. And unfortunately for us readers, she drinks the proverbial Kool-Aid. So Courtney Summers is another one of those authors who writes to destroy her readers, and she does it in such a great way.
Oh my gosh, Jay, that sounds like a particularly psychologically spooky book.
Absolutely.
The book I'm reading, I'm actually not quite finished, is The Lying Life of Adults by Elena Ferrante. You might remember her. She had that very famous Neapolitan series, My Brilliant Friend, The Story of a New Name, and so on. Brilliant writer. Many of her books have been made into movies, and there's an HBO series on the Neapolitan series. The other thing to note when you're reading her is that it's translated by Anne Goldstein, who herself has been awarded numerous awards for her skill in translating, and that's often quite important when you're translating from another language, to make it real and to make it authentic to the reader. So Giovanna, the young woman who is central to this novel, makes us very aware of the pain that she feels when she hears her father say to her mother, when she just overhears this, you never hear good when you overhear something about yourself, that she is very ugly and that she's like his sister or sister-in-law. And this really pains her because up until now her father's doted on her. She loves her father. He's always telling her how pretty her hair is. So to hear this as what she overhears, you get why the title of the book, The Lying Life of Adults. And this goes on. As we progress through the complex family structures, we see more and more of this. She finally moves out of the house, and as she gets into adulthood, she wants to really find out, how can I be an honest person and an adult? You see that throughout the book. The characters are compelling. Elena, she's really a brilliant writer, and you physically feel the pain because of her skill at writing and getting into the depths of people. She has the skill as a writer and keeps you glued to the pages of the book, and you just don't want to leave this book at all.
Oh, that sounds really good too. That's all we have for you guys this week.
Bye.
We want to thank you guys for participating in another one of our virtual programs. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.